Alright, on this episode of Custom Fiber Garage, we're going to be doing this 2006 Lexus Es330. A female client came to us. She had installed her own radio from Crutchfield and subwoofer that she had bought. We're going to clean up some of that stuff, kind of fix some of the things that she doesn't like about it. The Mark Levinson amplifier is already starting to have problems, so we're going to figure out a way to fix that or integrate it or bypass it and make this to where it sounds really good. She can't turn it up past a quarter volume and starts having problems. So we're going to show you a little bit more in-depth detail of what she's done and what we're going to be doing and the things that we're going to be changing with this.
This is a little bit of the wiring that she had done. She admitted it doesn't look the greatest, but she tried her hardest. I mean, not all of us are professional 20 years experience installers. So she got it to work. Everything works, but we're going to clean it up, make it look nice, and try to get it set to where it sounds really good. And then she did the dash kit, and it doesn't look terrible. She actually did a pretty good job on it, but the Mark Levinson amplifier is not working. We're gonna get it set in there correctly. She doesn't have an antenna. Her radio doesn't work, so we're gonna fix a lot of that stuff. This car is in really good condition. So she, it's 40,000 mile car, so she wants to go ahead and put the money into it to make it nice. Okay, we have found the first problem. She has her power wire sitting on her exhaust manifold. It's already burnt through the whole entire wire. So number one thing, do not ever do that. So we are definitely gonna have to fix all that. First things first, this is the Mark Levinson amplifier right here. Back, if you can see her back there, that's the plug. So we're gonna be bypassing this, number one. Getting rid of some of this wire that she has in here that's just dangling. There's a lot of issues that we're starting to notice. She did a lot of things okay, and then a lot of things that are kind of not so great. Number one thing you don't ever want to do is attach your power wire like this. This will catch your car on fire. She also had this sitting on the exhaust manifold, and it's completely just destroyed. So can't have that ever. That's going to burn your car to the ground. At least she put a fuse holder. Okay, this is a video of what she has before right now with the factory Mark Levinson amplifier that does work, but her speakers just sound like complete garbage. So the speakers, just when you turn them up, they just sound like distorted, just terrible, like static. The speakers are all completely destroyed in this. It just sounds terrible. So the amplifier, the Mark Levinson amplifier does work, but we're gonna put a better amplifier in it, and then on top of that, we're gonna change the speakers out. So we're gonna do something nice in here for her. Okay, we've removed this driver's side or passenger side door panel. We'll show you a video on the driver's side on how to remove the door panel. In order to take the speaker out, we're going to take out this 10 millimeter down here. So basically you have three 10 millimeters, and then you have a plug right here. This plug snaps right here at the very front where my finger is at. So you basically push that in and then pull up. And then this will, sorry, my fingers are kind of big. This will just basically unplug. So, you just push right here. So that's how that works. This is Kevin. He's going to be uninstalling this driver's side door panel.
Alright, so first things first, you got this, and you got this to undo, and then this you have to take out in order to push the door panel up. So we'll start from right here. There's a screw here, and then there's a screw under here.
I'll show the back side of that.
Undo this, undo the plug.
You show the back side of that one, just so it looks like there's the clips on it where it unplugs. Basically, there's a clip on the front and clip on the back, and then there's a screw behind there too, right?
Yep. Right,
so you got a screw right there where he's going. Don't want to drop that in the door panel. And then there's a screw in the top. kind of hard to get your fingers back there.
This one's for me, pain.
Super strong.
This one's not gonna more pain.
There it goes. Snap, crackle, pop. Oh yeah, right in the face. Oh yeah, get jiggy with it. Oh, there we go. And then she's off. And then you're gonna have two ball systems that go into the door handles.
Now what you do for these is you just pull these off. See those bad boys back there? Pull those off like that.
Just remember, green goes on the bottom and gray goes on the top. Just gotta get the balls out.
And then you got a plug over there, and then this bad boy comes off, and you got to unplug the light down there at the very bottom. This is the back speaker on the Mark Levinson. You got a 10 millimeter down here, 10 millimeter here, and 10 millimeter here. It's just going to be like on the front where you have your same plug that unplugs here, but they use a smaller speaker on the rear speaker, kind of like a 4-inch speaker on the back side. We're going to be replacing that with a 6.5-inch speaker. Okay, well this keeps getting worse and worse. So we're definitely gonna have to fix all this. This is a mess, complete mess. So we're going to fix all this. Do not ever roll your tape over the top of connections. That is a bad idea. Don't do that. These are the speaker adapters we're going to be using from Metra, an 828148, just to be able to bolt it into the stock location. These are the speakers we're going to be using. This is my first time ever using Hypnotic, which is basically owned by DB Drive and Quantum. Going for a little inexpensive build on this vehicle because of a certain budget. I usually use DD Audio or Sony, but we're going to try these and see how they go. Here's the brackets installed. They do work, but this hole is a little bit off. Kind of a little frustrated that they gave me these brackets. We T-tapped everything to the harness. Everything's all in here good. I will say the one revision I would like to make on this video is with having, these are the Mark Levinson speaker adapter, or basically speakers. So the speaker adapters I think that would work the best are these, which are the 828153, because they are exactly the same shape and everything as those. So these will work, the ones I told you, but you will have to kind of drill this one out a little bit bigger because it does not fit, but they do work. But just understand that if you're wondering why they don't fit as good, here's the front. It does work, but this one will just have to be kind of drilled out a little bit just to make it fit, but everything's all in there good. Okay, there's the Mark Levinson amplifier that we took out right there. Here are the two plugs that we unplugged. These are the speaker wires right here. I went ahead and cut those because we're going to go ahead and just run 9-strand all the way down to our amplifier. This is the diagram of it. Our front, basically driver's side, is red with blue stripe, white with blue stripe. Our passenger is blue with white stripe, blue with yellow stripe. And then our back speakers are just solid black, solid yellow, and then red and white on the passenger side rear speaker. So that's actually how I figured out what these wires are right here for our speaker wires. And then they're all ready. They're also, even if you look at them, they're actually even cross braided into here so that you know that they're twisted together. So that's pretty much it. This is a video to show you. The red on the right is the Voss Audio 8 gauge. The left is Stinger 8 gauge. That is the difference. That's how much difference in the same wire. Just to show you I'm not lying to you. Voss Audio, and there's a side-by-side Voss Audio Stinger, just so you can see the blue versus the red. But that is definitely the difference between, there is the difference between the two. The Voss and the Stinger, huge difference and how much wire is actually in these 8 gauges. That is huge. This is the amplifier we're going to be going with, the DD C4.60. This is a really awesome amplifier, probably a way too much overkill for this car, but that's the cheapest amp that they carry, so that's what we're going to use and try to make it look nice and sound nice. So here's what we did with the wiring harness, cleaned everything all up, looks very nice, everything's all working correctly. Sounds pretty good. We barely have the amp up, so it's pretty nice. Here's the amp installed. Got everything wired up in there, and her lovely Rockford subwoofer that she wanted to put in, that she already had installed previously with her. Everything's starting to sound really nice.